Hello, it's me. I'm back. Unless you've never seen me before, then I'm just here. Hello. Let's cut to the chase. I am setting out on a new project this summer to determine what my top 10 favorite albums are. Little bit of context. A while back, I was hanging out with my friends, Steven and Alex, fellow co-hosts on the podcast Star Wars Therapy. If you want to listen to it, it's linked down in the description. It's pretty good. You should check it out. And the topic of our favorite albums came up, and I quickly rattled off between 20 and 37 albums. And since then, I can't help but think what albums would reign supreme if I rank them in a somewhat arbitrary and numeric order. So I could just make a video where I decide to rank 10 albums and I would upload it. It would get a couple views and that'd be that. We would move on with our lives. However, I like to make things complicated. This is going to be a whole series. This is how it's going to work. I am about to lay out 10 albums that I think are strong contenders for a top 10 list. And then I am going to go away, listen to those, and in another video, give them a proper order. That will give us our groundwork. And then throughout the summer, up until sometime in September, depending on how much progress I make, I will listen to various albums, pop back in every now and then, put those albums up against the list I created, knock some off, add some on, take your suggestions for albums I should listen to, repeat the process until I have created my arbitrary top 10 albums list. Think about it less like I am just making a list and more of there is a list hidden and I am chipping away at the marvel until we have a statue of the list. I mean, really, and I'm sure you guessed this already, this whole elaborate process isn't about the end result at all. It is about the process and me listening to music that I like and talking about it. So without further ado, let's jump into my starter list. This is made up of 9, we'll get to that, of my favorite bands, musical artists, groups, etc. And I've just picked my favorite of theirs. And like I said, in the next video, I will rank them accordingly. So, getting started. Run the Jewels 4 by Run the Jewels. Zastira by Driftless Pony Club. I have this one on vinyl. Shouted, written down, and quoted by Green Sky Bluegrass. Haze by Natalie Dawn. The Stranger by Billy Joel, also on vinyl. Damn by Kendrick Lamar. Season 2 by Pomplamoose. Possibly the greatest live album ever made. At Folsom Prison by Johnny Cash. And finally, the last 2 spots are going to go to Pink Floyd for 2 reasons. First, the artist who I can safely say is my favorite musician, Simler, doesn't have any albums. She just has EPs and stuff, and I haven't quite decided if I'm going to count EPs as albums. So we had a spot open, and 2, I just can't decide between these 2 albums. It's not even Catch Me on a different day and I'll have a different answer. It's Catch Me at a different moment within a day and I will have a different answer. It is going to be very difficult to rank these 2, but Wish You Were Here and Animals. And there you have it, my top 10 albums unranked so far. So in my next video, which will hopefully come in a week or 2, I will have listened to all of those. And then in every video after that, I will listen to 3 to 5 new albums and see if they can knock out whoever's in the bottom spot and where they'll land. And if not, I'll just have fun conversations about music. So if you have any albums that you think are worthy of cracking this 10 that I have given you, please put it down in the comments below and I will get to them in a future video. Until then, have fun listening. I will see you later.